Hello. Thanks for agreeing to set up this interview. As you know, we only have a short amount of time, so let's go ahead and get started right away. Now, I know that you've been involved in some work on community issues. Can you tell me what attracted you to the community issue that you chose at the beginning of the semester?
So there are many different reasons why I chose the issue that I did, but the main reason was that there was a kid from my high school my junior year who was hit by a drunk driver on his way home from a friend's house on a Friday night and was instantly killed upon impact to the ground because he wasn't wearing his seatbelt. This was a big issue throughout my school for many weeks, as driving drunk and making sure you were buckled up was on our intercom every day. And after this issue, and this situation really caused me to be able to want to help others be safe in any way possible, whether it meant to educate people I knew on this topic, or to make sure that everyone that was in my car was buckled every time before I drove anywhere, or that all my friends had rides home if they were planning to go out for the night. That is what I was going to do to make them better. Another reason why I chose this community issue is because North Dakota, which is my hometown state and the place that I go to college, is the leading state for binge drinking and fatalities because of driving under the influence. And that's something that I don't really want to be a part of. I want that to change.
Okay, thank you. Now, your materials also said that you were involved in a community issue team project that focused on a call to action. Can you share with me what call to action your team put forward and why you chose that call to action?
Our call to action was to have people take their own action and get involved in helping any way possible to try to reduce this issue. Because if it were a family member of theirs, a friend of theirs, or even a student within their class that was in this situation, they would be taking action. So why not start now when it's anyone in your community? We chose this call to action because it is an easy way to get people to think about what they would do if they were in this situation somehow. And it draws them to think about our topic even after our presentation is over, which is something you always want your audience to do. If people were thinking about our issue, then they are probably thinking about ways that this issue could or has at times already affected them, and then in turn will cause them to want to take action just as I did my junior year in high school. And any help throughout this issue is helpful for the people within our community.
I see. Now, if I were to ask the other members of your team what they think your biggest strength is, what do you think they would say, and why do you think they would say it?
If my team were to be asked about what my biggest strength was, I think they would tell you that I'm good at being a leader. Although we are involved in all of our own activities, me being track and the others being work or school or even just their social lives, I was able to get the work divided out for each of us to do our part of the project. And I was able to find and set up a time where we could all get together to work on practicing our presentation before we had to present it to the class.
Okay, great. What for you was the most challenging thing about working with your team?
The most challenging part of trying to work with my team was trying to find time that we could all get together to practice giving the speech. With me being in track this spring and traveling, we had to miss the actual presentation day in class because I was gone for a meet. And we had to find time to make it up in class where we could all be there. And then my partners also just being involved in their own things as well, such as work and just anything else they're doing in their lives. It was just hard to find time where we could all get together and practice and be ready to give the presentation when it came speech time.
Thank you. Okay, last question. In 30 seconds or so, tell me what your biggest takeaway was from Comm 110 this semester. What will stick with you and be useful to you?
I think that my biggest takeaway from Comm 110 this year is that there's no need to ever be nervous to give a speech in front of the class. I was always the one in high school who would get so nervous when the teacher said there was going to be a speech for this unit. And then when speech day came, I was nervous, I was shaky, I was sweaty. But now I realize that everyone is in the same boat and everyone has to give the speech too. And that there's nothing to be worried about. If you act scared, then you're going to sound scared in your presentation. And nobody wants to listen to a presentation or watch a presentation where someone sounds scared. So be confident. Show the class that you know exactly what you're talking about, and then you have the knowledge to talk about this topic just as anyone else would.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me. We'll probably be in touch with you in the next few weeks or so. Take care.
Thank you.